Rich, you know, once you figure out the equipment that you like, the next important step is to figure out how to carry it properly with a defensive mindset. We're going to talk about some lights, we're going to talk about firearms, we're going to talk about knives. Let's get started with lights. What is the first step for you?
Yeah, so because I'm a right-handed shooter, I want to keep my light on my left side. Right. And here I have a Surefire light in my pocket. This is very bright. It shoots out a lot of lumens, so you can have this type of effect on your adversary, which can buy you time to draw your pistol or whatever the case may be. Yep. Also, you might not know you need to draw your pistol until you illuminate.
You always have to identify your target before you can even put your finger on the trigger.
And
right?
not only is this bright, you're absolutely right, Jack, but not only is this light so bright that you're going to get this type of effect on your adversary, but it's so robust that you can actually use this in close quarters as an emergency impact tool. I mean, you can parry with it, you can strike with it.
Yeah, it's a big piece of metal in your hand.
A very versatile tool to have. Yeah, and you can have this on an airplane with you or anywhere in non-permissible environments.
There's really no environment where you cannot have a light on your person. There's some environments where you can't have a knife, but when you can, you know, you always just should have a knife. Most of the time, I'm open a box, but it's always great to have a piece of steel in your hand as a final resort kind of thing. There's a lot of weird legalities when it comes to knives, so like keep that in mind if you decide to carry with a defensive mindset. But fixed blade versus, you know, kind of a folding open knife. I like the fixed blade knife. A fixed blade like this is optimal for personal defense. This is a Civivi fixed blade knife. They worked with Kyle Lamb of VTAC Tactical to create this particular blade. What I like about that is it's easy to draw. It's very comfortable in the hand, and the sheath is a really cool minimalist sheath. It kind of free floats in your pocket a little bit, and then this snag right here, when you actually draw, this will snag on your pocket itself. And that's what keeps the sheath in your pocket, and then you get the knife out free.
Very quick draw. But you know what? Most people, let's face it, even though that is more beneficial, most people carry a tactical folder. And I have one here. This is from Civivi, and this is either opened with a thumb stud or with a flipper. So whichever way you want to open it, you just have to determine which way works best for you and stick with that method. But if you're just going to open this to cut a box, I mean, you could grab the blade and do some old thing like this you would do with an older style knife that's not a tactical folder. But if you plan to use this for defensive purposes, you need to be well versed at accessing it for sure.
Absolutely.
All right, well, let's talk about firearms now. So let's get geared up.
We're going to do some shooting, so let's get our eyes.
Let's do it. All right, I'll go first. So I am carrying a Smith & Wesson Shield X here. I've got a Hollow Sun optic on it, so it's a very good package here. Very good for self-defense. It's a slim line gun, so it conceals very well. Now, if you'll notice, I kind of pre-stage this when I'm wearing a button shirt. I leave the bottom one unbuttoned. And there's a lot of different ways you can draw, but what I'm gonna do is initiate this with my offhand, and I'm just gonna do like a wheel technique here. This is something that Travis Haley teaches, one of the methods he teaches, and then I am able to access my firearm, come out on target. I think that would get the job done for personal defense, right? So then you also have to be cognizant when you holster. You want to do so very safely. But this is a great way to carry a gun. To me, this is very comfortable. I understand that appendix does not work well for everyone, so you have to figure out what works best on your needs and your body type.
And strong side hip is, maybe it's not quite as concealable as appendix, but I do appreciate, if that's what you've trained for, that actually might be faster for you. And there is, I don't know, I'm more comfortable with strong side hip myself. But when in doubt, I really love the development of backpacks these days. There are so many backpacks that are set up with body armor panels, usually a soft piece of body armor. It'll stop up to a 44 Magnum. I have the Premier body armor soft plate in here myself. But what's really cool about these backpacks is that you can pair them with a lot of modern folding firearms. This is the Smith & Wesson FPC chambered in 9mm. It's easy to put an optic and a light on a gun like this, and now you've got, it's the same 9mm that you're carrying, but I've got a 16-inch barrel, so I've got more velocity. I've also got 3 points of contact: shoulder, shooting hand, support hand. And so what's also cool about this is, so here's my body armor panel, right? What you can do with a backpack is you can put it on, and then now all of a sudden, I've got a plate carrier.
You have protection.
Exactly. Yep. And so you wear that like a plate carrier. There's usually pockets for extra mags, but guns like the Smith & Wesson FPC here, I've got extra mags here. Like this gun itself, I can have basically 60 rounds of ammunition on this firearm.
In your pack that looks completely innocuous.
Exactly, and it folds and it can deploy quickly. You can deploy it while you're wearing it. And so once it's extended like this, there's even a threaded barrel if you want to put some kind of comp or muzzle brake. Suppressors, there's some interesting legalities carrying in public, but you could attach a suppressor to this just for fun. And then it charges super easily, like so, and now you're hot. I've got my Surefire light and my Holosun optic, and now I'm in business. I still got quite a bit of ammunition left on top of that. So it conceals well, it's easy to deploy, and it's, you know, same cartridge, but it's a lot more effective out of a gun like this.
And when you're carrying a 9mm pistol and you have that, which is also 9mm, you have some ammunition interchangeability and potentially some magazine interchangeability.
Exactly, yeah. The FPC uses the M&P line of pistols. So if you're already like a Smith & Wesson guy and you have a number of M&P 2.0, that magazine's gonna work in the same pistol.
Well, Jack, I think we've demonstrated a lot of really good options, and it's up to the viewers to decide what works best for them.